Welcome back to Isimo. For today's episode, we have a very special guest, Frank Ulloa. Follow him on Instagram at Treehouse Franklin. He's a stand-up comedian from the Southern California area, and he has some shows coming up that are going to be bangers. And for today's Patreon shout-out, we have a couple of new Jaritos, which is the $20 tier of our Patreon. There's a $5 tier where you get bonus episodes and access to our Discord. But for $20, you get a shout out on the podcast and a spot on our little Patreon board that you'll see behind Dominic today. Today's shout out is Serena, Ziltino, Susana Guzman, Isai Facio, Alex Nunez, David Cerato, Yesenia Oropeza, Alex Knotts, Nicholas Moreno, aka Calzone, Italian much, Aparni Rani, Izzy Sandoval, Daria, Eddie Bravo, Nia Town, Veronica Lopez, Imperium Sloth, and Kareem. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to Isimo Podcast.
It's my podcast.
It's not the Patreon.
I almost said it, but I didn't.
Welcome back. My name is Gerardo Larcon.
I'm Dominic Angel.
And I'm Ryan Reyes.
And today we are happy to be back. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube and leave a comment below. Let us know what you think and like the video. You fucking asshole.
They're not assholes. They're nice people.
I'm just kidding.
We love you.
And also, please follow on Spotify. Leave a rating. Rate us on Apple Podcasts. And we just hit 200 ratings, dude. On Spotify. Yeah, crazy, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Joe Rogan has 20,000. Jesus Christ.
We're on our way.
Yeah, we're on our way. That's a percentage, right? 1%? 1%.
I mean, any two numbers, there's a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, we have a special announcement right now, dude. What do we have, Ryan?
We have our own tea with Legacy Teas and Spices, our awesome sponsor.
There you go.
We have our own tea with Legacy Teas and Spices. It's called Isimo Fresa, and it's amazing. We're going to brew some right now, and we're going to talk about it.
Here we go. I'm going to try the Isimo Fresa, dude. Oh, it tastes pretty bomb, dude.
Damn, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
It was modeled after Duvaline.
It smells like Duvaline. The raw ingredients smell like Duvaline.
Yeah, it's a hibiscus base, so there's actually no caffeine in it, and it's also made with strawberries, cranberries, and cherries, as well as rose petals and cornflower hips and natural flavors.
Damn. It wasn't there coconut in there too?
Oh shit, yeah, you're right. I totally forgot about the shredded coconut, dog. You can see it right there, little specks.
Yeah. Go ahead and go to legacyteasandspices.com. Use promo code ISIMO20 for 20% off the online store, and it's our favorite sponsor, dude. I don't want fucking Manscaped coming on this podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck Manscaped.
Yeah,
dude.
fuck Manscaped. Support Dominic and Ryan's mom. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag escape Manscaped.
Okay, we're going to start that hashtag, but not right now, fool. Okay. Just kidding.
We were talking about Duvaline last time, and it smells like Duvaline. It's really good. The coconut gives it an awesome sweetness that blends together with the tartness from the cranberries. And
it does smell like baked Duvaline. If you made like Duvaline muffins, dog.
It
like
smells
when you leave it in the car for too long?
fantastic.
Yeah, what do you think, Frank?
Frank's
We haven't even introduced him yet.
We have not introduced him yet.
Hey, Ryan.
This is our friend Frank.
No, what do you think of the tea, Frank?
It's good. I can smell the Duvaline, but when you taste it, it's a little more sour, which is something I like. It's almost a borderline like lemonade. I think Calypso would love this recipe.
Calypso? Who the fuck is that? Is that an expert?
You never had Calypso lemonade?
Oh, no.
You're right. Yeah.
That's
like from the hibiscus.
That's world-class lemonade right there, man.
And
that's a glass bottle lemonade.
And I will say, the way we're drinking right now is apparently how I say it is raw, but with unsweetened. But you add a little agave and it will taste like Duvaline. It is delicious. Jamaica is the best.
Can I keep the bag you gave me? This one? Oh, it's right here.
Yep, it's for
Go
you,
for
dog.
it, homie.
Damn,
I actually like it better than Jamaica. Jamaica to
I
me...
should have been like, no, you have to order it. Use the code.
What about Jamaica?
It has like a very bitter tone to it where it's like, oh, this is not refreshing at all. You know, it's good for a second and then it's not.
Yeah.
Jamaica?
Yeah, this is like consistent.
It sits well in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's
we
what I'll
know
say.
what we're doing.
Hey, fool. Today we have a very special guest. We have Frank Ulloa in the studio today. He's a stand-up comedian from Southern California. Give it up for Frank. Everyone clap.
Frank Ulloa.
What's up, dog? Say hi to the people, dog.
Hello.
Tell them a joke. Just kidding.
Dude, don't you hate that when like regular people find out you're a comedian? It's the worst. They're like, oh yeah, tell me a joke.
Yeah.
Do it now.
And then you're like, knock, knock, who's there? I'm gone, fool. Fuck you, dog.
You know what the worst part is? Like, I like the haggling, you know? So at first I'm like, oh, this is going to ask me. But if you ask me twice, I'm ready. I got a joke.
Yeah.
You just gotta pull on my shirt a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
I like to be begged.
And so you may be thinking to yourself, why does Gerardo look ridiculous? Well, Frank was coming to the studio, and so I had to put my fashion tip on. You know what I mean? He's like, that's not fashion, dog. Well, no, you know, Frank, what would you say, Dominic, is the most what?
If comedy was a yearbook, this food would win best dressed, dog.
Every year, dog. So we obviously asked followers of our Instagram to give us fashion tips, but I'm sure that Frank has a couple of his own. I've actually sat next to you at the bar and asked you, like, how can I get my fashion game up, dog? And I had my extra large shirt on, and you're like, that shirt's cool, and then you didn't say anything else, dog.
He was like, get new clothes.
Yeah, basically.
And he did.
Just whatever you're doing, flip it around.
Yeah. So what would you call this get up here with the hat and the poncho? You know what I'm saying?
You're like the guy that you know, like, takes pictures with the donkey for people.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like you're not the donkey. You're like the guy that's standing there, like, selling it.
Yeah, I'm like a rodeo clown if donkeys could buck people off their back. You know what I mean?
You
Sure.
look like
What?
you look like a ranch hand that just robbed a mariachi.
That's pretty good. I like the wording of that. I don't know if it makes sense.
You look like the brat, like the guy who goes to supermarkets to sell like a new hot sauce or something. Yeah.
Right? Like the you don't own it, or
Okay, Ryan, this is not open season on me.
your boss makes you wear the hat, but you just dress in your regular clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, Dominic.
You look good.
Thank you, fool. That's what I wanted.
You know what? Taking pictures with a donkey, that's an honest day's work.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
And that's what Gerardo is.
You guys just call me a donkey show over and over and over again, dog.
That's not what we called you. That is not the same.
You look like Jarito's long lost cousin, fool.
I know, fool. This fool. He was aiming his gun at me earlier, dog. He's on.
Like, fuck these fools.
So we wanted to talk about fashion today, right? Different kind of Mexican fashions, mostly like a Mexican-American type fashions, right? Because I don't know what they're dressing like in Mexico. I know they got pointy boots, and that's all I know. You know what I mean?
It's like the most generic, like a pointy boots. That's all I know about Mexico.
They got those boots. Don't they have a name? I don't know the name. I'm
Pointy
sorry.
boots, dog. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It's just a
The
funny
pointy boots
way
that
to
go all the way
describe
up
it.
here.
Yeah.
Like from the ground. They're like 3 feet points.
Yeah.
And they curl up like if they fucking got landed on by Dorothy's house.
Yeah.
And then they dance with them like.
Yeah, they can't do any kind of crazy ass dances. They can't really do the moonwalk or anything. They can't shuffle in pointy boots. You know what I mean?
That would be funny. Like, they try to moonwalk and they just end up bouncing on the curl.
Yeah. But have you seen these pointy boots, Frank?
Yeah, I've seen it.
There was like a viral video back in like 2009 where it was like, what the fuck is happening in Mexico, dog? They got crazy ass boots.
They would switch up the music. It was like Walk It Out or some shit.
Yeah, so like in Boyle Heights too, there's like zapaterias with fucking pointy boots that are like a snake rolled up. And it's like, it's some kind of status, right? If you have like the bigger pointy boot, then you're like the big man on campus type thing.
I kind of feel like it's almost like zoot suits. Like the culture's kind of the same. Where the whole thing about zoot suits was that it's more material.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like for boots that it's like, oh, you're the whole fucking snake. Like you can afford like the whole alligator and shit.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's like a weird part of fashion. Like a lot of stuff comes from it. Like the whole obsession over white came from white is hard to make, or it used to be like the hardest textile to make. Because you'd have to like remove color from something, and it was the hardest thing to maintain. So white was like a sign of wealth, and that's why it was also incorporated in like wedding ceremonies. Was like the richer the family, the whiter the dress was at the wedding.
I just thought it was because Seal looked super cool in all white.
Damn fool! I can't wait to get married and dance with my girl to Kiss from a Rose, dog.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? That shit gets me every time, man.
I always only ever think of Batman, the Batman with nipples, because that's the song in that movie.
Yeah.
George Clooney's Batman?
No, that's Val Kilmer's Batman.
Oh
George
shit!
Clooney.
Why do we always talk about Batman, dog?
It was Batman. Batman Forever.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then Batman Returns
No,
was
that
George
makes sense
Clooney.
because that's the one Poison Ivy. That
I
makes
only
sense.
know this because I remember I was like 5 years old in like preschool going into kindergarten, and my mom bought me the VHS, which is cool to watch it at home, but I remember I brought it for the class and they put it on and they're like, whoa, this is not it's a kid's movie, it's not a children's movie, you know?
Yeah.
It feels like it would make more sense in Batman and Robin though, because you have Poison Ivy and it's like the younger movie. I don't know.
But nipples on the bat suit, that's a strong fashion choice right there, dude.
Yeah, dude. What's the point of the nipples, dog? Because, like, you know, if Batman's upgrading his suit, dog, it's like I could go in sub-degree weather. I could go on the fucking planet of Mars with this suit. And then they threw in nipples, and he's like, it just looked cool, dog.
It'd be funny if there was a tactical advantage. Like,
Yeah.
they show a flashback to him getting shot in the nipple. It's like, I need more protection.
I need nipple protection.
Anyway, so what's some Mexican American fashions that are notable?
I mean, out the gate, Cortezes.
Oh yeah. I tried to wear Cortezes because I wanted to be a part of the fad. You know what I mean? And it's not a fad. It's like it's always been that way, right?
Yeah.
So I remember trying to get Cortezes, and my fat fucking foot does not feel good in them.
Yeah.
What is the Cortez again?
The Cortez is like the Nike with like, I feel like the sole is smaller than the actual foot itself.
Yeah, I think
But it
I
has
know
like the
that.
spikes on
It's
the
got
bottom.
Yeah.
it's got
Spike
like a
design.
ridge sole.
Right.
Yeah.
They look kind of like loafers.
Yeah.
Like if Nike made loafers, that's
Yeah.
what they kind of look like. And I don't mean that in reference to cholos that wear loafers. I don't know if there's a connection, but that's just how I see when I see Cortezes.
Yeah, and then they tie them so that you could just slip your foot in them and go, you know?
Yeah. Did you ever get to wear Cortezes?
Yeah. I have flat feet too, so they're not made. They're definitely not made for flat feet. They end up looking like tortas or whatever. You know? Like that's
Their foot hanging over.
yeah. They're definitely fun to wear like the first 2 days that you can, and then after that, you know. But yeah, I had a pair of navy blue ones, and I currently have a lavender pair of Cortezes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which just eliminates the whole thing. That's like that's like a sign for gentrification in East LA. You know, like that's the official shoe of
Of gentrification.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch out, dude, because I feel like
Not
lavender.
Cortezes, but like the purple one.
yeah, no,
Purple
that
Cortezes.
But I feel like once you start getting into colors, fool, you're gonna be walking down the wrong street at some point with fucking purple Cortezes.
Yeah.
and you're gonna
Yeah.
get stopped.
Yeah. That's
I'm trying to think of what the name of the gang would be, like the Lollipop Gang.
I used to be working on this bit where it's like, well, pick a side, red or blue. I'm like, well, how about we put both of them together? We all just have a good time. And
I got these Cortezes recently.
I got
You're
these
the
purple,
gangland messiah. Bring people together.
and we all just love each other. You know?
I'm down for that, dude.
Did you ever get asked where you're from?
Oh yeah. I stopped going to an open mic in San Bernardino because of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Marquee, shout out the Marquee bar. I loved going there because nobody's really listening and you could just try out whatever you want. And the speakers are loud. I love doing comedy with loud speakers, dog.
You're
Like,
already so fucking loud, dude.
I know. And it just feels so much better to have loudspeakers with that loud voice. And I did comedy. I did rather well. Some dude came up to me in the Pigeon Coop. This is when I was not sober, so I was smoking some weed. And he came up to me. He was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "I gotta go." You know? And I never went back to that open mic again.
I just
I think I got asked that once in high school, and I was like, "We're from the same town, dude." Like, I don't know what you're asking me right now.
every single time I'm from nowheres, dog.
Is that a place?
I'm from nowheres.
Have you seen Guardian of the Galaxy, fool? I'm from nowheres, homie.
Is that it?
There's a planet called
place
Nowhere.
called Nowhere.
Oh, really? I didn't watch the movie. That's what I always say. I'm from nowhere. That's so they know you don't bang.
Well,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's true.
Yeah.
I always hate like when they ask the people that clearly don't bang, you know, that's
Yeah.
like you're I don't know, you're circling the real trouble. You're not asking the people who are going to tell you where they're from. You're
Yeah.
asking people that you know
Are gonna be intimidated.
are from nowhere, you
Yeah.
know?
You know, it's
Because they're
fun.
trying to find people to punk on. They want to look bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing is like you kind of do because you just keep your head down and you're like, I'm from nowhere. And then they're like, all right, well.
He's not going to ask he's not going to ask someone that looks like him where they're from cuz then he
Yeah.
knows that they're from somewhere, you know?
You know what's funny about that though is like I used to think that too, and then there was a time in Baldwin Park where their like punk crews started like popping up, like because there was like two different sections of Baldwin Park where there was like affiliated gangs or whatever, but then there was like actual like, because in Baldwin Park there was all kinds of like punk rock, we just called them gigs, but like backyard shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And then so because those like started blowing up, then there's like punk crews with like their initials and everything, and like they used to fucking have that on their MySpace, like what crew they were from.
Yeah. It's a big thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then it's like, that's how I used to dress. Like I used to wear like tight black pants and like just punk shirts, and I had fucking all stupid spiky hair.
Yeah.
And so I used to get asked that a lot, and I'm like, what, like, but yeah, I guess like
just
it
like
could be anybody.
Yeah, those people scared me growing up. I got in a fight with some punker playing basketball. I beat him in basketball, and I'm not even good, dog, so I understand why he's upset. You know what I mean? And I was walking away, and he punched me in the back, and then I just turned around
the fuck?
and I punched him with my left hand because it was just the first hand I had,
Right.
and I broke my growth plate.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's why you have
What's
little
a growth
hands.
plate?
I don't even know. The doctor said I broke a growth plate.
Damn.
Yeah. You guys don't even feel bad. You're just like,
Imagine you're like,
I
damn.
don't know how to feel bad. It's not like you broke your fucking thumbs, dude. I don't know how to feel for you.
I would have been like, what? My plate's never gonna grow again?
well,
I'm gonna stop growing.
I don't know. They're both the same size, fool. So don't laugh. Dog. That's fucked up. What was I gonna say? So, question number one: when it comes to, let's say, we're all Latina lovers, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're like, how do you feel about giant sparkly sombrero? Just have like a bunch of them.
Anyways, we're all Latina lovers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Frank?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll believe you. You were the last to say it, but it's
Okay,
fine.
I believe.
What do you look for fashion-wise in a Latina, if that matters?
It doesn't.
Yeah. I'll be the first to say personality, dog. That's what I look for, right?
In fashion, this feels weird saying it. I don't know what it is.
We're just talking, dude.
No, I know. I feel like people are gonna send me messages about this. It's not even anything like weird or whatever. I don't know what it is, but there's like a certain like style of like pants, just like jeans and like black Vans. I don't know what it is, but like when Latinas wear that, I'm like, damn, that's doing it for me.
Yeah.
And it's just jeans and like sneakers.
Well,
That sounds like the most generic jeans and Vans.
well, this is what I was trying to get to, dog. Fashion Nova. All right, that shit took over the internet, foo, and predominantly with Latinas. Am I wrong?
Yeah. I wish somebody would have
so.
also shared something, because now we just glossed over like I have a fetish,
Yeah.
and then we're okay. Fashion Nova.
Well, I mean, it's in line with what you're talking about, dude. I think it's along the same lines. Am I wrong?
I don't. Oh, let's hope. Let's see where it goes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Fashion
I know
Nova,
what you're
right?
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fashion Nova.
And they're marketing, what is it, like campaigns basically, or just like, look how fat these asses are, dog.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Dude, you know what's so funny is walking through the fashion district in
Yeah.
LA, and like they have those fucking Fashion Nova mannequins out that are fucking chained to the gates so that people don't steal these fucking fat ass mannequins.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Dude, that fool's in it hard, dude. He's fucking stealing mannequins.
I didn't know if people were taking them, but I get it.
The 2000s are fucked up,
I
dog.
feel like a 15-year-old would do that just to not to do anything with it, but he thinks it's cool to have in his bedroom as a fat ass mannequin.
I never even thought of that, dude. I'm down.
All right, podcast. I got somewhere to go.
Yeah, I gotta go to Boyle Heights, dog.
Next time we come, it's just everywhere.
Yeah. Imagine having like two. Anyways, I'll save it for later. Anyways, for me, I don't listen. I'm the kind of guy I like just no makeup. I don't know how you guys feel about this.
I would say
Not to say that it can't be done well. I don't know if it doesn't do it
no.
for
I
me.
mean, for me, I feel like because I had a lot of female friends growing up. Some of my best that sounded immediately wrong. No, but like I had more like best friends that were girls than guys growing up.
Yeah.
And so I would say like to me, whether or not someone looks prettier with or without isn't really the point. I'd say I can appreciate the craft of like having to put on makeup because there's an act to it. There is good. I will say like it does seem like there is good and there's bad, but that's not. That's more of like if you're into makeup, you know what your style is for makeup, and if you're not, that's fine.
Yeah. If anyone's uncomfortable right now, I understand because I am too. Right?
Well, no, I mean I understand because there's like this whole thing about women in makeup and like doing it for the male gaze or whatever, and like how it's just for them, so it's whatever their choice is. I also understand like having a preference to things, so it's like okay, it's like I don't know, it's like if somebody likes smoking weed, I'm like, I don't like smoking weed, so like, well, this isn't gonna work out. You know, I'm not saying that this person that's wearing makeup is ugly or disgusting or fake or whatever. It's just like that's not what my preference is.
Yeah.
So I think you can respect that, and then also just like have a preference for people that don't wear makeup.
Yeah, and I would say like for me, it was like a similar understanding to the other question about fashion. Or I don't know if I feel like because I've always kind of been big as someone who's had kind of a limited. I didn't say it full. Limited sources for fashion and style, I can appreciate a look regardless of what kind of look it is.
Yeah.
Like when it looks like someone put specific thought into their outfit and they're going for a style, I can appreciate that. Except that immediately reminded me of I pissed someone off once because there's a fashion to like certain punk and ska where they wear a specific type of pants with like a studded belt. Mm-hmm. And this is just how the pants look. And I feel bad that I say this because it pisses a lot of people off, but they look like grandpa pants to me. And I know that that's the fashion, just for whatever reason, they make the waist look like it's higher than it is. And so every time I see that, I think of like, I call them like a grandpa Merv pants. And it pisses off people that are into ska fashion so much because they're like, oh, you don't have no sense of fashion. I'm like, I do. I understand it. It just looks dumb to me. And I feel bad.
Okay, but Frank, should women wear makeup or not?
I'm not saying that. Wait, I don't want to be the one that gets hated on here because I fucking express how I truly feel, dog. I don't like girls with makeup, dog. But I love makeup. Makeup's cool, right?
Anyways, no, it's fine. I mean, like you can appreciate a natural look, but also like I don't blame girls for wearing makeup. Like if you can improve your stock by 2%, do it. You know, like if I was a short dude and I thought, oh man,
these platforms are fire, dog.
Yeah, like wearing boots is gonna make me just a little bit better than I am right now. Yeah. Why not? Go for that shit,
Yeah. No, I mean, I appreciate, listen, I love movies, dog, and how much makeup goes into movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, food.
You love Chipotle. And Chipotle did a collaboration with ELF.
Yeah, and they have, like, a fucking lip liner and shit now, or whatever,
Would you get their Carnitas chapstick?
Yes, I would, dog.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
What'd they do? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making some makeup line with Chipotle, dog.
Is it, like, flavored chapstick?
No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
I think that's real though. Like, I think there's Hot Cheeto lipstick.
Oh, dude, that'd be lit.
Dude, Hot Cheeto stain.
That'd be flaming hot.
But yeah, I mean, for me, like, if anything that builds your confidence, I'm all for. You know what I mean? But when it comes to just like my love interest, like my girlfriend doesn't wear makeup. She does when she wants to, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I feel like I'm in a corner. I am in a corner, but
both physically and metaphorically.
Yeah.
I don't mind makeup. I'm not a big fan of like body alterations.
Yes.
Fake boobs, fake butt. Like that's just a clear. It's just very obvious. You know, I'm not a big fan of. I've never been into that.
Ryan, Dominic,
am I into it?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Wow, Dominic.
I don't have a preference for it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to body modification, I don't know.
We all are saying that we respect people's rights to choose what to do with their own bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, what I was going to say was because a lot of people, their defense for doing it is that it's something just for them that makes, which is valid, that makes them feel better. But I feel like that comments more on like how everything around makeup and body modification is designed to make people feel insecure. That's
exactly.
Kind of shitty.
That's what I don't like about makeup. But we'll talk about this later on Fashion-Isimo. So let's open the floor for Frank here, dude, because we're the ones that don't have fucking fashion. Other than look at Dominic's shoes, dog. Show those shits to the camera.
I will say,
goddamn, dog.
Can you see them?
Yeah.
Shout out to Danny Moon.
I would say, well, I mean, because we kind of we're just comfortable for the podcast. I feel like, but
yeah,
I feel like as comedians, I've gotten better at like coordinating outfits so that like colors go together and stuff.
Not me.
And honestly, I think Dominic, a lot of times, whether it's intentional or not, has like a dope sense of like outfits. Like,
well, let's let Frank be the judge of that. How about that? He's our, we have our tea expert. Shout out to Legacy Teas and Spices, Angela Mezqua.
Yes.
She's our, phone-in tea expert. We can
Right.
call her right now and ask her about teas.
Right.
But we have a fashion expert here with us today, Dominic. Ryan. I was looking at Ryan saying Dominic.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was a fashion expert, which is really nice.
When it comes to us three,
Yolanda.
maybe, yeah. But Frank, go ahead, give it to us, dude. How does Dominic how does Dominic dress?
I think Ryan hit it right on the nose. It's like that's not someone that you would look to be like, oh, I wonder what he's going to be wearing tonight. But there's some nights where he shows up and it's like, well, it looks effortless, but there's something there.
That's the most backhanded compliment.
No, it looks effortless, but there's a theme going, whether or not he was aiming for that, and it's sometimes like a little bit of like I don't know if I want to say goth, but like punk rock / like old school cholo type culture, which is what makes up all of East LA,
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if that's what you're going for, but sometimes you pull it off and it's like, okay, I like that.
Well, so you're not wrong, because like I really do like fashion. I really am into like, the only thing I don't give a fuck about is shoes. Like, I fucking hate taking care of shoes. I feel like shoes are meant to be worn, and like people talk shit about me because my shoes are dirty, but I'm just gonna get another pair of shoes. Like,
yeah.
which is ironic to me because one of your favorite things is socks.
I love socks. Socks is the best. Socks are the eyes of the outfit, dude.
What does that fucking mean, dude?
The eyes are the gateway to the soul, and the socks are the eyes of the outfit, right? They pull everything together. If you have somebody that can fucking that can coordinate socks for an outfit, that's like next level fashion. Like if they're just like white, but see, the thing about Frank is that he like specifically likes the white sock look. But like for people that are just like, because you don't think about socks, you just throw them on or whatever. But like if you have somebody that can color coordinate their socks, dude, that's it.
There is an act to it. I found how socks, especially like it's in subtler ways that people don't think about. Like when you wear suits, there's specific socks. Well, actually, no, that sounds like a thing, like a dumb thing I just should have already known and didn't till recently. But you have to coordinate your socks to your suits, otherwise it looks stupid.
Damn, well, I'm realizing slowly that I should not be on this podcast.
Like I believe you can't wear white socks with like gray or dark suits because it stands out too much and looks bad.
Yeah,
unless it's a specific type of suit, like
You're only supposed to wear white socks at a formal event.
yeah.
I got dress socks, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate sock shamers, like at a wedding or something like that. Like when they're like, "Oh, you wore those socks with slacks, huh?" It's like, bro, I own one pair of slacks and one pair of tie. Like all you're telling me right now is that you have a collection. Very cool, bro. You can't even see my socks. Why are you commenting on them?
Don't get me started on your t-shirt, homie. What's up?
What's really funny is that I used to wear suits in high school, like for my junior year especially. I didn't keep it up really for my senior year, but I used to wear suits but they were like cheap thrift store suits. Like I look like a fucking drunk professor half the time, because I couldn't afford to get actual suits.
A drunk professor.
It's funny because you had like a suede coat with like the patches for the elbows
I
at one
had
point.
like elbow patch jackets, and I had fucking pleated khakis and stuff. And but yeah, that's where like I started really getting into socks.
Yeah.
Like because I would try to coordinate like my suits.
Yeah. I never got into socks. I just wear the either black or white high top socks.
Yeah, I got more into like button shirts because it was a thing like when I was. It's hard for me to find shirts that are my size. And so sometimes I feel like it's hard for people to design shirts for bigger people because there's different body types when you're in general, but like when you're bigger, there's different body types people don't think about. One thing I find frustrating is a lot of times people don't think about the shoulders and how they move. Like if your stomach is wider than your upper torso, then that tugs on the shirt, and so the shoulders are really tight, and they make the shirt look smaller than it is, and that can be frustrating. And I think because of stuff like that, I've developed my own style in coordinating the colors of I got into button ups so that there was no focus on the shirt. And so I started looking into color, like you've seen them, like very bright, vibrant flannels, and then like different coordinated dark. Like when I get flannel, I don't just get a flannel that fits anymore, or like a button up. I get one that has like a look to it that matches what I already wear.
So we'll let Frank be the judge of that. Frank, what do you think about Ryan's style, dude?
I think it suits him.
Yeah.
Damn, full backhanded compliment, dog.
What do you think of Gerardo's style?
Yeah, okay, we're getting there, dog. Shut the fuck up. No, I mean, I'm probably the least stylish out of all three of us, but I'm cool with that. I've always accepted the fact that I'm not a stylish kind of guy.
But it doesn't seem like something that you care about.
No, I just feel attached to shirts. Like, this is my grandpa's shirt. This one.
Oh.
So, like, it's way too big, but I wear it.
I thought you were attached because you don't change.
I think
you can't get it off.
You haven't like quite figured it out, which is okay.
Fuck.
Which makes I don't want to give no more. I don't want to give no more backhanded compliments. I'm coming straight. I'm coming straight for the cheek with this one. No, so I think sometimes like you make it seem like you don't care.
Yeah, I do. I mean, yeah.
He doesn't care about words. He doesn't care about fashion.
No, I know. I'm attached to shirts, so like I'm attached to like the clothing I do have, and so I just never change it, dog. And then I'll go on like a spree of buying like 7 shirts, and then it'll just be a part of the economy of clothing.
Yeah, but you know, an outfit is more than a shirt, right?
Nope. I wear the same pants almost every day, dog.
I mean, that's are they jeans?
These are jeans, the ones that I'm wearing now. Yeah.
You could wear a pair of pants a couple times before you
have to wash them. Yeah.
There's this article that came out like I think 2012 or something where this fool just wore this one pair of jeans every single day for a year.
Yeah.
And he said by the end of it, they were the best pair of jeans that he ever had. And like apparently you're not supposed to wash denim, or like you're not supposed to wash jeans. You like to clean it unless it's like a heavy stain.
Yeah.
You just put them in the freezer or you hang them outside overnight.
I feel like that's some skinny people shit, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't sip the fucking tea after saying that.
That was some Kermit the Frog shit right there, bro.
I can't wait till people start memeing Ryan, dude.
Yeah, but I've tried out a lot of different looks. Like I started wearing flannels. I started doing more of the East LA kind of like Pendleton look, and started getting into more. I used to just wear fucking skinny jeans all the time. And so now I get into like different types of pants and stuff. Yeah,
I'm screwed because I like the skinny jean thing, but 2 reasons, okay? And let's not laugh too much, okay?
You're not skinny, fool.
That's not even what I was going to say. What's it called? No, but I do the splits on stage, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
And so they rip the jeans. Like these ones right now have a big ass rip in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone could tickle the chode without even asking me. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's going to ask.
And then another thing, too, is that I got chicken legs, okay? Nobody needs to laugh about that, right?
Right.
You got it.
You got it, fool. Yeah, skinny jeans with chicken legs and a big torso does not go well. You know what I'm saying?
You got a snow cone body.
It's like a lollipop, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it gets wider as it goes up.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I don't like dress the way that... Like I don't dress up that much anymore, like unless I have a show or somewhere to be.
Yeah.
Because my weight fluctuates so much since the pandemic.
Yeah.
So like, before, like, you know, when I'm thinner, because I used to be really skinny.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, and then obviously you get older, you gain weight and stuff, and I don't exercise at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know, it's just maybe it's like
yeah. What do you?
I kind of feel like. I'm so used to like, even though it's been so long, like I'm so used to looking and dressing a certain way at a certain like weight that now I'm kind of like, oh, like I'll dress like that again, like after I lose all this weight and stuff. And I kind of did when I was like all super skinny in the pandemic when we were doing Mexican candy. But now I kind of just like wear whatever unless like I have a special event or something to go to.
Yeah. I like how no matter where I'm sitting, Ryan's just gonna randomly stare at me for like 30 minutes.
Because you're distracting. A shiny blue thing bobbing up and down.
Okay, so now let's go to the. I want to give Frank's first impressions of all these topics that we have from the Instagram followers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll all add on to it. On top of that, a couple that come to mind here is like Mexican style. let's say more of like the ranchero style, is having like the biggest belt buckle possible.
Yeah.
Have you ever owned a belt buckle that's bigger than your fist?
I inherited some from my week.
I'm talking to Ryan or fucking Frank right now, dude.
Sorry.
Not bigger than my fist. I had like a pretty cool Fat Farm one back in the day.
Damn, Fat Farms.
Is that the PH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had that's when you used to get the big ass shoe and it had like a puffy sole, or not the sole, the tongue. And then you would get a pair of socks and then stuff a pair of socks into your shoe, and then you have those fat ass laces.
Yeah.
It was like the P with like parentheses around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I always wanted to get a bigger belt buckle, but then when you're like actually shopping, like when we went to Alvera Street, remember we were looking at the belts?
Yeah.
They're all leather belts, and then like they got a section of belt buckles, like stickers at Zoomies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like in the glass case.
Yeah.
And I just can't pull the trigger on one, dog. None of them speak to me, dude. If you could get any belt buckle you can, like the biggest one, what would you get?
Probably not even something that big. Like I just don't like stuff that draws too much attention, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, like wearing a big belt buckle, like that takes a certain kind of confidence, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's just certain kind of confidence you need to pull off certain accessories for like a big belt buckle.
Pointy boots.
I feel like wearing sunglasses takes a certain kind of confidence, you know? And wearing jackets for some reason.
Yeah.
Is that a weird thing? Like, there's times where I want to put on a jacket to go out and I'll be like, no, I think I'm doing too much.
But then again, though, you've never really been over 200 pounds, have you?
Yeah.
Or, you know, like fatter than usual. You've always been kind of like a skinny guy, right?
Well, all through high school, I was always like, it wasn't until after high school that I started like slimming down. And like, I've just been at this physique for the last maybe 10 years, you know?
Because when you're a fat guy, dude, your jacket's your best friend, dude.
Yeah. You're wearing hoodies and shit. Yeah, no.
I'm wearing sweaters in the summer and shit, dog.
I'll send you guys a picture of my JV season in basketball. It's like, God damn, who is that for?
Yeah. So there was a time where you didn't have style.
No, I've always had style.
Okay. I thought you were saying that. Okay, I read it wrong.
I was just a chubbier me back then.
But I feel like 2000 to 2010 was like perfect for like bigger guys because the fashion was so baggy, so that you could just like wear super big clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hoop earrings, dude.
Hoop earring. I never wore them.
But thoughts on hoop earrings? You know what they say, like the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe, right?
I love them. I got to look past that phrase. Like,
yeah. And that's a gender fluid thing. You know, if you got big hoop earrings and you're a dude, you're a big ass hoe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I think for like Hispanics, that's a thing that like just brings you back to your childhood. Like we all kind of grew up in the 90s, you know? So to see a girl wearing those hoops is like, oh man, that it reminds me of watching like old Mexican shows where the girls are dancing and shit. Different things like that. Like, I don't know.
Do you like the thin hoop? Not like the size of the hoop, but like the thin or like the thickness of the
actual gauge of the hoop.
Yeah. No, well, I don't know if we're talking about.
The gauge is like
gauge.
how wide it is, or like the actual hoop itself.
No, not the gauge, the actual thickness of like the metal.
Yeah, the gauge of the metal.
That's
what the fuck?
you saying.
I thought the gauge was. I thought that you said the hole.
No, that is.
You're thinking of gauges like as the. You're thinking of plugs.
Okay, so we're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing. But no, I like a thicker all around, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like kind of like peacocking. It's like Latina peacocking. If you got a big ass hoop, it's just like your eyes are like, whoa, look at that ear. You know what I mean? Right? No?
Yeah, no, it's hard to.
I didn't realize until like I was older that there's different kinds of hoops. There's like they come in different colors too. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. They do a lot with it.
Gold is the gold standard. You know what I mean? Right?
I've seen some rose pink copper ones. They look dope.
Hoop earrings and Adidas All Stars, dude. They used to run the fucking playground, dude.
I was more into PF Flyers growing up.
See, there's a lot of stuff. See, I like PF Flyers. I have some right there. But there's a lot of stuff that I saw on the discussion thing that I posted. Like Adidas sweatsuits and stuff. I never saw a bunch of Mexicans wearing Adidas.
Yeah, that wasn't our thing really. You know what we did a lot of? We did a lot of Fila and K-Swiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say not the whole like suit, like track suits, but like Adidas was big for a while. I feel like that's more my.
I think you're just remembering Steve Hernandez.
No, like kids would wear the sweatpants. Adidas were kind of big at my school.
Yeah.
It was either I never saw anyone like wear the jackets or anything, but a lot of kids would wear the sweatpants.
Yeah, Adidas sweatsuits were like a big thing. Like that's a New York kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of an East Coast thing.
But there was a big like thing in the 90s where people would wear the Adidas track jacket. It was blue and it had like the two stripes right here and just said Adidas on the back. And we know because there was a whole group of like fake ones that came out and they just said Adidas. It had two, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a big thing. Maybe that's what they're talking about. But other than that, like I said, K-Swiss and Fila were huge. Lugs had like a little run. You know when I stopped wearing Fila though, some kid fucked it up for me because they said it stood for in LA.
Oh my god! What year did they say this in?
I was like in 5th grade. That might have been like 1999 or something, 4th or 5th grade. But no.
Is that what it stands for?
I'm pretty sure not. But they fucked up Gap with Gay and Proud, you know, and then they fucked up Fila for me. Again, that's their words, not mine. I was the one proudly wearing the Fila, bro.
That's hilarious, dude. When I found out that FUBU meant for us by us and it wasn't about Mexicans, it rocked my world, dude. Because I had like one of my shirts in high school was a FUBU shirt. And it was like around when we were all graduating, somebody told me that it means for us by us and it's like a black brand. Yeah. And I was like, what have I been doing all these years?
Yeah,
you know?
no, I had the same thing because when I was in 3rd grade, I had this yellow football jersey that said FUBU on the back.
Yeah.
And it was fucking the coolest thing I had worn ever. And then I found out, like, because I found out because I watched that movie, that Chris Rock movie. What's it called? The one where he runs for president?
Head of State.
Head of State, yeah. I watched that. And like he wears a suit and it's FUBU.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
I mean, it could be worn by everyone, right?
I mean, it could, but you know, it's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the politics of it are. Did you ever like put the band around your socks, or no, the band around your pants?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't do that.
So you'd get like puffy pants, or not puffy pants, but you'd get like baggy pants, and then you would like get the bottom and twist it, and then like fucking get a hair tie, and then like wrap it around so that they would be like kind of like parachute pants, like style, but with jeans.
Because people were wearing baggy jeans, so they would put a rubber band around like this part right here.
Yeah.
To like. So you could show off the shoe and so you won't step on your jeans as you walk, you know?
I just cuffed my pants.
Yeah.
It's like a safety pin. The fuck?
I do that now. I have like a whole high water type look that I like.
Yeah, see, I got made fun of for wearing high waters and then like people do it and get away with it, dog, and it bugs the shit out of me.
Dude, when I was in high school, my junior year, I would cuff them. I would get like skinny jeans and I would cuff them above the knee because the style was... Because I was into fucking skull culture, asshole.
He told you it pisses them off.
But the style was that you would wear white socks and that you would do it above the ankle to show off your white socks. So I would cuff up my pants to be above my ankle, and for a fucking whole year, everybody was making fun of me. Like random ass people in like would like yell down the halls like, "Nice pants, asshole!" And I fucking bore the brunt of it. And then by the end of my senior year, everybody was wearing fucking cuff high water.
There was a dude that I went to. His name was George, and he was a real cool fucking dude. He was funny. He would rap or whatever, but he was like borderline punk too. So he would wear these high water pants, and everyone gave him shit for it every day of high school. And like a few years later, I thanked him. I'm like, you know what? I stole your style. I'm walking around with it. Thank you.
Yeah,
it made sense later, you know. But it was a whole punk thing too, where you show the white sock, and that I like that too.
Yeah. See, I don't even know what I like, dog. I would just wear brands that I didn't even care for. You know what I mean? Nautica,
like Hollister.
Yeah. Like if Albertsons came out with a T-shirt, I'd be like, that shit's fire, dude. You know what I mean?
Albertsons? Yeah. That'd be tight. I'd buy that.
I would say it was kind of hard to figure out your own sense in school, as like at the school we went to, because by the time I got there was so many fashion rules because of gang related shit. It was all bullshit, but it was like you couldn't wear hats, any type of hat, even if it was a school hat. And I had like I was trying to experiment with like accessories for a small time, and I would try different hats, and they took all of my hats. I tried like polo hats, flat tops.
Yeah.
And So I didn't really get into my own sense of style until like after high school. Throughout all of high school, it's like if it fits, that's it. So I wore a lot of. That's where when I was getting into comedy, that's where that look came from of like the fucking baggy ass Dickies and baggy shirts. I look like a weird. What did we say last time? Like a cholo samurai.
Imagine if those newsy caps were the only ones that the high school allowed, and everybody's walking around like it's Peaky Blinders and shit.
That would be so dope. Yeah, dude. I thought you were gonna go further with it. I'm like, what else? Food?
Yeah, I don't know any lines from Peaky Blinders.
I never watched Peaky Blinders, but those news cap hats are a joke, dog. They're so funny. You know what I mean?
I also haven't seen it, but I feel like Peaky Blinders is the most British name of a gang show.
It's Irish. Don't confuse the two. You'll get us killed.
What's it called? So I think I've told you guys this story before, but my dad worked for PepsiCo, right?
Right.
When I was a kid.
Right.
And so he did not like any Coke products at all, right? Nobody could bring Coke to the house or anything, right? Coca-Cola.
Yep.
So, so we went to Mexico. We went to Guadalajara to go visit family, and my cousin Juan was. We were staying the night at their house, and he comes downstairs with a Coke hat, a Coke shirt, and Coke sweats, like his fucking PJs. You know what I mean? And my dad had like an aneurysm when he saw it. You know? and then he said something in Spanish to him about it, and my cousin Juan was like, "Well, you don't want to see my underwear, then, dog." I got a fucking Coca-Cola tanga on right now. So that's the kind of lineage I come from as far as fashion goes.
One thing we were talking about a little earlier is like aside, there's a whole ranchero fashion, but like Mexicans are really pushing like the whole Hollister and American Eagle thing. Like they're really keeping those people in business, you know? Like polos, they love that shit right now. And if they're feeling a little bit fancy, they'll hit up the Armani Exchange. I don't know where they're getting this Armani Exchange. I never even seen a store like nearby, but it's
this poncho is actually Abercrombie and Fitch, dog.
Really?
Oh, really?
I was I've also seen that when we went to Santee Alley a few weeks back. There's like whole sections of this like swap meet place that are just those kinds of shirts.
Yeah,
you know what I think it is that it's because those stores are at the mall. Like specifically because it's like, I don't know, we used to get our shirts like literally, do you remember that it used to be 10 for 10 and now it's 5 for 10?
Yeah, I love those stores.
Yeah, where you just get the AAA or the Gildan shirts, just like solid color shirts. So like, it's like we used to go buy shit like that or like at Target or Walmart. And I think like, it's like a sign of like, when you want to get nice clothes, you go to the fucking mall. And I think Hollister and like that makes sense. All that stuff is like, oh, this means that I fucking made it.
Yeah.
But also like paisas, they kind of just get everything late. You know what I mean? Like they just started rocking the faux hawk, whereas like everybody else has been over that for a few years. You know, I remember I would go to Mexico as a kid, and they would be bumping an Eminem song for the first time that was hot like 8 months ago. Yeah, exactly. So they just catch waves late. Like remember in like, I don't know, Paris Hilton days where like the OC and all that, where all those brands were hot.
Yeah.
Like I wore it for a little bit when it was tight, you know?
Yeah.
And then Americans stopped wearing it, and I think Mexicans wanted to feel like they were at the beach.
Yeah.
So now they picked up on it, and they're riding that wave still.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of hairstyles, like Mexican hairstyles, there's so many Mexicans that look like Jedis, dog. You know what I'm saying?
The Edgar cut?
Which one are you I'm talking about like that braid shit. Like Mexicans that have like braids hanging down, like just one single braid, like they're a Padawan.
I haven't seen that.
So I've seen soccer players do that.
Yeah, like soccer players and stuff. But no, I mean, speaking of haircuts, the Edgar cut, dog, like
yeah, it's fucking taking the nation by storm.
It's basically just like a bowl cut, right? Like a glorified bowl cut.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like a bowl cut with the fade.
But why are so many people just Edgars? You know what I mean? Like why do they do that?
I mean, honestly, Fool's Gone Wild has a huge part to play in it. I think, like the popularization of it in like modern times. But when
you watch that, you don't want to become that.
Right. You see that and you want to walk the other way.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm just talking about like right now. Yeah. I think it's like become popular. But I don't know, because I remember that Edgar cut from like when I was a kid. I don't know if I feel like that's just like a look that has like stood the test of time for some reason. Like, I don't know if it's real, but there's like those like articles that come out, this like the bangs looking like that and stuff. That's like dates back to like indigenous like culture.
I'm trying to picture the cut though. What exactly does it look like?
It's not the. It's like it looks like the bad guy from Despicable Me.
You know what it's called? The cut itself is called a Caesar.
I thought it was called the Mandars.
That's the Caesar right there, dude.
What?
Mark Zuckerberg.
The Mark Zuckerberg. No, he's got the little cotton-headed ninny muggins thing going on. No, it's a Caesar from back. I guess it dates back to Julius, but like it was a big haircut, popular amongst like Puerto Ricans in New York.
Yeah,
like when reggaeton first started taking off, Daddy Yankee was rocking the Edgar very hard.
When I was a kid, I think kids called that the Mandarth from Dexter's Lab.
The Mandark.
Mandark.
Oh wait, no, you're right, Mandarth. I don't know. Mandark is his villain name. He goes from Mandarth to Mandark. Anyway, do you remember the fucking? Because the thing is, like Edgar, I feel like when I was in elementary school, the Edgar cut was that fucking like just the bangs. Yeah. Like a shaved head and like bangs going like this.
Oh, that's a big one. Yeah, that. Whew, I knew a guy named Edgar that had that.
There was this guy that lived on my street. This family, I would say, because they all had that same fucking haircut. All the guys had that haircut where like they would skip. And I think one of them was named David, and he became like a mariachi singer or something. Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a whole family with all these kids, and they all had low ass voices for some reason. You know those like kids with like raspy voices, or like
they actually got like a studio deal. They are a prominent mariachi band. That whole family. I used to see their CDs like when you would go to a swap meet or something. Like people would professionally sell their CDs. They got
perform at Santa Fe Springs and in Mexico and shit.
That's big time for us.
But he had one of those fucking skateboard. What are they called? The skate ramp.
Yeah.
So the cut you're talking about is the rest of their head shaved? And then they just have that hair, right?
They just have a little patch of hair right here in the front.
It's just in the front, and they would like spike it up like this. It looked like a fucking ramp.
I mean, why are we looking for like extraterrestrials when we got some weird ass people here on Earth?
That I think that started too as like a soccer haircut from the first Ronaldo Brazil back in the day, you know. But I remember it just became very big, and my cousin, he got his hair cut like that because his older brother did it for him, shaved the head. Their parents didn't care, you know?
Yeah.
So he was over one day. I was like, okay, give me that one. Like, that's the one I want, you know? So he did it. He shaved my whole head. He gave me the little bangs in the front. And my mom got home and she was pissed, bro. She was pissed. She was like, all right, I would never do this, but in this case, shave all of that shit. That little shit on your head, get rid of it, yo. Yeah. So that was a popular haircut for the parents that were lenient. But then for the kids that were mama's boy, they had the cowlick. That was like the G-rated version of. You remember that?
That was my hair, dude.
Yeah, that was the G-rated version of the bald bangs, bro. So they would just comb it forward, and then once they got to the little end right here, just whoop.
Oh, dude, I did that one all high school.
Yeah.
So if you ever see like old pictures of me, I have just like the fucking bro. How crazy am I, dog?
I think I used to comb my hair like that for a little while, like it would be long, and then do a ramp.
It was like a good boy haircut. Gel. I think everyone went through a little phase with it, you know.
I call it the quarter pipe.
Down and pop.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The quarter pipe.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah. If you're a real hardcore. That the kids, I don't know what it is, but it's like the Edgar cut, and then that fucking quarter pipe hair, but it's like where it shaves. Or shaved that it was like those kids are the kids that used to flip their eyelids inside out.
I did that too, dog.
There you go. There it is.
Oh,
I remember I used to like this girl in first grade. She was cute, yo, but she would flip her eyelids. And one day I just asked, like very politely, like, "Can you not do that?
You're ruining my dreams."
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to crush when you're doing the flip, you know?
That doesn't happen in my fantasies.
Exactly. Yeah, that was funny.
All right, so what other fashions are there as far as Mexican Americans go that are prominent?
The only thing I think is the thing I am prepared, but I feel like another big fashion thing, because it feels like for the most part, it's just like whatever is available.
Yeah.
But I think one thing is like celebrations, like quinceañeras or proms. Mm-hmm. I've never been to a quinceañera or a quince, but I did like there was an ordeal. I have a funny story about my prom. I had this look in my head that I wanted to go for. So when they were asking me what I wanted for my suit, I said something very specific because I was paying for it myself. I like saved up money through this work program.
Yeah.
And I said I wanted like a red suit with like white accents, like a white lining and like a white vest underwear and a red blazer and red pants. And first of all, it was hard to find an all red suit, but also like the red in my head and the red people were thinking of. Like Dominic thought I was gonna look like Santa Claus because he thought I meant like this. Like this kind of red and white, but it was like no, like a burgundy, like a what's the book we referenced? Great Gatsby kind of a style.
Yeah.
But we couldn't find it. But this one lady happened to find what I was looking for. So what I got instead was like a pearl white suit and with a jacket and slacks combo, and then a burgundy undershirt with a burgundy handkerchief. And so instead of looking like Santa Claus, I looked like Kingpin, but it was dope as fuck, and it matched the theme. The theme was the Great Gatsby for my prom. And I wore it the next year when my first ever Comic-Con. I dressed as Kingpin, and I just wore the same outfit.
Damn, fool. You know the culture is struggling when you got to fucking theme proms, dog. Why can't we just get together and dance nasty?
That's the winter solstice, all right? At my school, that was like the Sadie Hawkins dance. Like, you didn't have to dress it anyway. It was just like girls ask guys, and you just dance.
Like, are we going to act like we don't have a grad night that we could fucking theme up? You know what I mean?
I almost didn't have a grad night. I remember.
Can we just dress nice and fucking grind on each other, dog? You know what I mean?
Well, you can't.
No, I didn't go to prom alone. Anyways.
I didn't have a date either.
Oh, dude, you want to be my date next prom?
Yeah, next time.
I didn't have a date either. My friend, though, I felt bad for me because she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring my cousin," and it was just like this like weird dopey looking friend that she knew. And that's mean, but it was because I remember running into this person like 2 years later out in public, and I was like, "I ran into your cousin." I'm like, I don't have a cousin. It's like, the fuck? Who did you bring to prom?
Frank, you had a prom date, right?
Yeah. I had a girlfriend at the
He's
time.
like, I had 3. Okay, so you went with your girlfriend to prom?
Yeah.
Dog, dude, girlfriend, foreign concept in high school for me, dude.
What? Say it again?
Having a girlfriend in high school, foreign concept to me.
Oh, okay.
I think you said 4 comps.
At least
Four
like
comp. I had 4 for free, dog.
Yeah.
Foreign Compton, like she lives in Canada. You never know it.
She goes to a different school.
Did you have a girlfriend in high school?
Yeah, I had one every year for like a couple weeks, and then
Really?
yeah, it was like the courting time. The courting period was a lot longer than the actual relationship.
This guy's a romantic.
I know, fool. Look at him.
That's one thing I know about. I just from afar I know that this guy.
Dude, somebody told me that somebody asked, so after my older brother and I had both graduated, he was hanging out with some fools from high school, and they told him, they're like, dude, like everybody hated you and your brother, like all the guys. And he was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, they called you guys the boyfriend stealers because it's like nobody wanted to get with them because all the girls wanted to get with you guys. And my brother told me that, and I was like, I wish somebody would have fucking told me that. The fuck, dude? I'm over here like crying myself to sleep. I was kind of telling that story to see if Frank could verify because we went to the same high school.
You wanted to know if I heard that rumor?
Well, because you knew my brother.
If I heard the illustrious stories of
The Reyes brothers.
The Reyes bros.
That's a true. I mean, it's a true story that it happened. That somebody told my brother that. But also, we hung out in like different circles.
Dominic was the most likely to steal your girl in high school.
I mean,
Apparently.
I can see it.
news to me, dude.
If he walked, like if I'm picturing it, you probably walked around cafeteria with like a guitar.
No, I never played a guitar.
You were the suit guy though
I used
for
to-
a
I
while.
Did
was
your
a suit
brother?
guy.
I think I remember your brother walking around
My
with the
brother
guitar.
had a
Did-
guitar.
Yeah, right?
He played bass.
Yeah.
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 That was like the funniest thing is he was like he had the potential to be the guitar guy at school, but he was super into the bass in high school. But he was dope. There's like an old, I don't think we have it anymore. We went to a show. He was at the Whiskey Go Go once.
Yeah.
and he like did a bass solo, and he like fell to his knees, and this was like the coolest fucking thing I'd ever seen. I was like, I didn't know that
he went Johnny B. Good on that.
Yeah, he was like, he ripped his solo. It was amazing. I was like, who is this person? We're related.
That's tight.
What's up with Mexicans and like being obsessed with greaser culture?
Oh yeah.
That's
I told you I got a pompadour in fucking high school, dog.
Right. I mean, I used to be into it too.
I wanted one and it was terrible. Oh, I think we talked about that on the Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to try to. I wasn't like into greaser culture, but I try to comb my hair like as in a pompadour too. But what I didn't know, so the thing is, I think we talked about this, was that I used to get hair product. I would get like Murray's or I would get something, and I don't know, my whole concept of like combing my hair was in fucking Grease the movie, and like in the opening credits where they like stick two big like fingers and they like pull out a claw. I didn't know that that was a joke. Like that you're not supposed to put that much fucking grease in your hair. So that's how I try to comb my hair in high school, and so I just had this fucking nasty, greasy, matted hair, and it was too heavy to do anything with because it was just fucking filled with fucking pomade. And then like I got a haircut, or like I used something else. That's when I started using American Crew because that shit washes out clean. Also a trick, if you get too much grease in your hair, just use a little bit of palm olive or like dish soap. And then that
worked. Yeah, I was doing hair grease for a while, and you can't wear it and wash it out every day. It just stays there.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like a greaser aesthetic. I think it was just a bunch of people whose parents were into Grease the movie.
I don't know what it is, but Mexicans fucking love. Well, Grease they love Grease the movie, but also just like greaser culture, like throwback, like fixing up cars and like stuff, which is kind of crazy because like that period of like the 1950s was probably one of the worst periods in America for Mexicans, but they fucking love that look. I think it's fucking Richie Valens, dude.
Yeah. I would blame Richie Valens. I think he had a really good haircut, Doug.
Yeah.
You know, and not everyone can have that, dude. I have curly hair, food.
He had curly hair.
Fuck. But I would wear Murray's, dude.
Yeah.
Until I found out it's really like terrible for your scalp or something, right?
If it's named Murray, I don't think I trust anything named Murray. That's like
Murray's is made for curly hair.
I don't know any man named Murray with hair.
That's so true, dude.
This is completely unrelated, but it just reminded me what time I used to have to travel from Azusa to Covina because I took the train to work. And one time we were passing this like adults toy store, and it was you want like an attractive name for an adult store, something that's not too provocative because it's off-putting when it's too provocative, but something that matches the theme.
Yeah, like we're not selling Legos.
This place was called Bob's Dildos.
Oh.
And I thought that was the stupidest. Like, nobody wants to buy a dildo from a man named Bob.
Yeah.
Not even Robert Bob's dildo. That sounds like some dude went to a storage auction and just found a box of dildos and tried to put them on Craigslist.
It's just me and the missus.
They should call it Slop on My Knob Bobs.
He's holding a box and it's going...
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but I would wear Murray's and like not have to put hair or anything in my hair for like a week. Yeah, I would just take a shower and it would get more and more straight.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Why?
Because I didn't know that's how you're supposed to use it. Like just a little bit, run it through, and then like wash it
for a week.
Yeah,
I would just use that stuff. My dad who got me all of my gels, but it was the thick ass like clear blue one with all the bubbles in it.
Yeah,
I forget what it was called, but he would do that, and we would do the same thing. He would like grab a slab and just like put all of my hair back. That's how my dad does his hair. Just
yeah, I didn't know how like to apply hair product until I was like 24.
I can tell.
I learned from Dominic, so same.
Yeah.
What else is there? Is that about it?
About like fashion?
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about this for like 8 episodes. We've
I have like another funny story about my prom. We can talk about prom.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Go for it.
It was just this, so one thing that I thought was always funny was the most lavish place that my school could think of to have their prom was Union Station in California.
Oh fuck!
On the tracks.
Damn,
On the tracks.
I got Union Station
like
stories for days.
the ticket hall that they don't really use anymore. They kind of just use for conferences.
Yeah.
One thing, there was like so many funny things about the night. One was like a week before that, I had to go to Union to I think I don't remember what it was for, but I had to go to Union Station, and there was a furries convention in that very same hall. And then I was like, a week, isn't this where we're gonna have my prom in a week?
Yeah.
But it was Gatsby themed, but nobody wanted.
What's with the Gatsby theme, dog?
I don't know.
That was the year the movie came out.
Oh
yeah, that was the year that the new movie came out.
That makes sense.
That upset me so much because my outfit was dope, and the only thing that would be perfect for it was a pocket watch
or a date.
And where was your date, Gerardo?
Fuck you! I had a homecoming date.
You went home and cried? Oh, okay. You came home.
I came on.
Because the thing was upsetting was to go with the theme. The seniors' gift that year was a sterling silver pocket watch, and they sold out before I could buy one.
Oh.
And I was like, "Fuck!" My friend got one because her mom made her, and I was like, "Well," she's like, "I don't even wear pocket watch. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this." I'm like, "Well, can I have it?" She's like, "Fuck you, no! It was $40." But the last thing was like at the end of the night when they're telling you like you gotta get the fuck out of here. But 3 different girls lost one of their shoes, and they were all kind of drunk. I think they snuck beer in, and they were like trying to get their boyfriends like, you got to do the Cinderella thing. You got to put it on my foot. And the people working there were like, no, get the fuck out of here. Prom's over. We want to go home. It was a funny night. It was the funniest. I don't know if anyone's ever had that. I'm sure there's been bad proms, but like all of the food was cold because the people that work there forgot to cook it. It's like they're like, it's not our prom. I don't give a fuck. I just work here. I work at the Cinnabon most days.
Yeah, that's
funny.
Hilarious.
Imagine being a prom king, dude, or prom queen. I wouldn't want to do that, dude. I remember.
Not me. No way, no how.
Hey, so nobody vote for me, okay? You guys better not fucking vote for me.
Crying and shit. Don't vote for me.
Posted on the Discord the next day.
Oh, if you guys make me king, I'm gonna be mad.
Don't vote me king. I'll be so
low-key
upset.
fishing for votes and shit.
The most fucked up thing about like awards at the end of the year, I pitched an award. And they gave me that award.
That's so stupid.
What was the award?
Yeah, it was the most likely to host a game show. And I had one dude in mind, and I was like, that fool's for sure gonna win. And then everyone was like, why the fuck would Gerardo want this
Because
award?
the yearbook people don't give a fuck. They just want to vote for their friends. Like everyone that won my senior year were just the people that were either in or friends of the yearbook committee.
Dude, I was so pissed because I got I got born in the wrong era or something like that.
Well, because you wore suits every day.
Yeah. But the thing that fucking pissed me off was they didn't tell me when they were going to take my picture. So like the day that they showed up, I was looking all normal. Like I was
Chueco and shit.
I just wore like a cardigan and I had a hat, like, but that was it. Like I wasn't dressed nice.
Yeah.
I was just wearing a cardigan.
That feels mean. They're like, look at this dude. He dresses poor.
He should have born in the Great Depression, dog.
He's like, you should have told me. I would have worn my top hat.
For real, dude. I was fucking pissed. I was like, you guys should have told me. I would have prepared for
nice
this.
Suits.
Yeah. That's another thing. I don't know what it was, but all the stuff that I used to wear, like, people made fun of me and then started wearing it later, like cardigans. All the fucking cool b-ball guys that became a thing where they started wearing cardigans.
Yeah.
Messing around all up. I was trying to do Fresh Prince. I couldn't remember.
Were you when you were wearing like those suits in high school? Would you get like stains on it, like mustard and stuff? Anyways, from us at the Easy Most.
That's why we ended. Dominic likes mustard. Bye. No.
No, I didn't.
Do you know Dominic's whole thing with mustard?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is
It's not my whole thing.
we were talking about this with my dad this past weekend, and he was like, I don't get what the problem is. I fucking love mustard. And our dad is actually super into mustard. He puts it on chili cheese fries and
Dude,
stuff.
that shit used to gross me out when we were kids. I remember the first time I saw that, I think I was like 8 years old, and this fool put mustard on his chili cheese fries, and I was like, I hope I'm adopted right now.
Oh, and then he grew up to look exactly like our dad. Like when they were teenagers, they looked exactly the same.
Oh.
I still don't understand mustard, but I have to put it on stuff, you know?
Why?
It's not even a flavor. It's like a sensation.
Sour. It's a mustard flavor.
Oh, damn, dude. I never heard it put that way.
It's like very weird. And to this day,
Yeah, I
it's
would have
like,
never thought of that because I don't eat fucking mustard, dude.
I like, I don't know. I think too much mustard is a thing. I like when mustard is mixed with, I've always been trying to find, they make like mayo mustard, like they mix it, but not fucking Heinz, that weird shit that they invented.
Yeah.
There's actually like a good mayo mustard where it's like ratioed well. I don't like too much mustard. But I don't like mustard by itself. It has to be with something.
Why are we talking about this?
Don't like you're not hard right now, fool. Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, any closing thoughts, Frank? You have shows coming up, right?
Yeah. I'm at the Yard Theater February 9th, Wednesday. I don't know if this will be out by then. Yeah, I'm doing Hernia, Steve Hernandez's show, The Big Man. If you know him, he puts a killer lineup together.
Yeah, he was on our Christmas show. But yeah, he has always big ass comics coming in.
Yeah, he's got even knowing him for a while, like you're so surprised at some of the people he's friends with, you know?
Yeah.
He's really good about networking and making himself likable so people want to work with him. So, yeah, Steve Hernandez is cool.
Any closing thoughts, guys?
Get a nice pair of socks.
Yeah, get a nice pair of socks. I'm gonna have you look at my sock portfolio later, dude, and help me invest in the correct stocks.
It's just white, black holes.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all my ankle socks. So do yourself a favor, get rid of those things.
Oh yeah. No ankle socks. Ankle socks is only for working out.
Yeah, which I do all the time.
Ankle socks are only for if you're wearing Fila, in my opinion.
I guess there are times for ankle socks, but then I would just get the no-shows for like low top shoes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get ankle socks. I would just get no-shows.
That was another thing for me growing up was people would think that I didn't wear socks because people would get me the 9 to 11 size, but I had like white feet. I needed to get the 11 to 13 size because they stretch out.
Yeah. And
it was like the most frustrating thing to be like, I can't take off my whole shoe in this train station just to show you I have socks, Dad. God damn it. But it was, yeah. If you get me socks, 10 to 13.
I'm still laughing at the fact that you had prom at Union Station.
Everyone thought it was such a good idea, and I was like, I get that that Union looks very nice and cordial, but when you describe it out loud, it sounds stupid as fuck. You had prom at the train station?
Yeah, because
mine was at an airport.
Like I'm at Union Station like 3-4 times a week, you know. So, I mean, what's cool there? The subway? There's a subway there.
Right? Yeah. I had to take the train a lot too when I was working with Dominic at our warehouse type job, and it was so annoying to be like, because I had to take the train home when we would work late, to just be sitting there waiting for my train, just staring at that empty room where I had prom. Like, that was the stupidest thing. I just sit there like that was a stupid fucking idea to have prom there.
And the whole place smells like piss, you know?
Yeah.
How do you hide that?
It was active during the prom. You could see people fucking passing us like, why the fuck is there a prom going on?
Yeah. Well, they have that one like hall that's like you can't go
like
into.
A celebration hall. That's where they had it.
Damn, dude, imagine. I would like to just pay for that shit just to be in there, fool.
It was just the old terminal where you would get your tickets.
Yeah, fool, but that's history, dog.
Missy Elliott filmed a music video there.
That's true. Yeah.
Damn, if it's good enough for Missy, it's good enough for me.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's been the episode. Please, if you can please subscribe to the YouTube and follow us on Instagram at Isimo Podcast. We changed the name recently. We're on TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Please rate and review and 5 stars. And
my Instagram is at Treehouse Franklin, one word.
Yeah, we'll have his links in the description of the video here, and also of the audio only. What is it called? Platforms. Episode. Domini's like, say it, fool. What the fuck? But anyways, until next time, guys. What the way is that? What?
And then one time he gave us Smarties, and I just went, and I thought it was going to be another thing nobody noticed, and then some dude fucking screenshot it and posted it to our Discord.